Good morning, Sawadika.
Morning, teacher.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well. Ajahn Mahasurabhet,
Yes.
what do you think, should we have a meeting with the students
For our
to
team.
discuss an outing early next month? Next month is next week, so before the rain gets too intense, we say intense, too
It
heavy.
would be Friday, on Friday.
Maybe on Friday we could have a meeting together and make a plan.
Yeah, Friday. This Friday.
This Friday, yes. We also, because Teacher Eddie will be away 1 week in June, we want to plan so that he will be here for the outing.
Friday.
So, good. How about the office? Are they moving
Office,
forward?
I am waiting for
Estimate.
construction worker. He come, he estimate. I told him how much we pay for glass, how much we pay for electricity, how much we pay for the wall.
Good.
Now I'm waiting. He go home and he check. I was waiting for the paper.
Good. Okay, good. And aircon. Now, I
Check
can
on I know now.
if you want to put,
Aircon technician come to check already.
if you want to put separate meter, we will pay electricity. If it's
No
separate meter.
problem.
What office?
Because we're going to be moving that on.
For teacher.
One, two,
Promise.
Because we need office for the volunteer teachers.
Can check email.
And your office.
Because we have to move, they want that house back.
Yeah.
So they told us September latest. Now I saw her yesterday, she said, oh, next year you can stay till March. I told her, no, we're already looking. You keep telling us we have to move and then change the mind. We think we found a good place already, so I will see. But if we have no
Your
office,
office, yeah.
yeah, if we have no office, we'll put one there.
Temporary for teacher check.
Not for Mr. Sackon, we will rent an aerial office.
Office outside,
But office will be on Chalamit,
very far.
far away. So what do we do for the teachers and the new
Teacher
ones
come
coming?
early. When the
So we'll
teacher
put
come,
that
can
for the
check
teachers.
email.
This room and then just, only for the teachers teaching here.
Small.
And you
Small
buy
area.
office.
We have possibility already. One house on Chalamit, nice house. The people are still there for 2 more months.
Longer than us.
Teacher, when construction worker come, he give me
Estimate.
how much we pay,
Sure.
and I tell you.
Good, very, very
I'm
good.
waiting, I'm waiting.
So, and then we'll make a meeting this Friday
Friday, you tell student on Friday we have meeting for
for
our.
outing, okay.
Tell them before.
Can be 1 day or 2 days, depending on the students.
3 days.
Yeah.
Can't join.
After rainy
I
season.
can't join.
Check out.
ชวน
อาจารย์ราคาไม่ไปไม่ได้อาจารย์
อ๋อเปิดว่าอาจารย์เขาบอกว่าใกล้ๆเนี่ยเราไปกันหมดแล้ว เราจะไปที่แบบค้าง
ไม่ไป
คืน
เลยตั้งแต่ไปมาเลเซีย
ผมเลยจะกลับไปดู
ไปแล้วจะเอา
แฮ่
ไป
เขาพูดเฉยๆ about outing where when
ไปนั่นน่ะคำชะโนด
นี่พูดอย่างนี้ตัวเองไปหรือเปล่าให้กันเลยไปคนเขาเลย
Some of the trees look peaceful.
เข้าตัวเลยที่หัว
จ้า
ไม่เข้าตัวเลย
ไม่เคยไปเลยนะเอ้ยไม่ใช่
Now,
ว่ามีอยู่
now if you use the internet, I know maybe not everyone uses the internet, but if you use the internet and you have the possibility to study in quiet with the internet, there are some very good free courses on the internet which use a video, so you watch a short video, maybe 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes, and then some conversation, and then it tells you the vocabulary, the new vocabulary from the conversation, and and then maybe there's a small quiz as well. And they're very, very good quality, very high quality. So I'm going to give you the addresses and you can search them. The site, the main site is called FutureLearn. FutureLearn.com. This is the main site. So you can go to FutureLearn.com. Courses. One is called Explore English Language and Culture. And another one is called Workplace English. But there are many,
English
language. They have other courses which are about the science of learning a language, the structure of the language, of the English language. But the Explore English Language and Culture is a bit more fun because you see some interesting places in England, they talk to some interesting people about their lives, and then they give you the vocabulary from the course. It's not easy, yeah. It's not basic. It's good morning.
Teacher, sorry, I'm red.
It's quite high level, but I think for most of you, it's not a problem. And good morning. For most of you, it's not a problem, and it will push your level a little bit because it will make you hear new words. When you go to FutureLearn.com, there's a section, it says categories, and they have the different courses in categories because it's not only English, it's university courses in everything, animal, psychology, everything, economics, there's a full set of courses. It's not a website just for learning English. Learning English is a small section of the website. So if you go to categories, and it will take you to the different categories: science, humanities, languages. There are also, you were asking about IELTS. There are 2 courses that give you an introduction to IELTS. So I made a note of it because it's the one at the bottom there. It gives you a free introduction to IELTS. So you know the IELTS is an exam which many people take for university entry or for career, and you can see how IELTS works. So it's worth a look. It's free, 100% free. And it's one of the best free courses available on the internet. The internet is full of things and full of free things, but they're not always good. You know, sometimes the quality just isn't high. You know, it's old material and not so interesting. Whereas this uses videos, interviews, real people, interesting places, interesting language. So it's something worth looking at. All right. What were we discussing on Friday? What were we talking about on Friday? What were you saying about yourselves? What were you saying about yourselves? Do you remember? Okay. What were we saying about ourselves on Friday?
Interpersonal. My primary intelligence.
Primary intelligence, yes. How many kinds of intelligence do we usually have?
8.
In total. And individually? 1 or 2, yeah. Can we have more?
Yes.
Yes. But we say that usually people have 1 or 2, probably 2 clear types of intelligence, stronger kinds of intelligence. Yes. Do you remember, without looking, which kinds of intelligence you have? Intrapersonal and
Personal.
and another one? No, you can't be only one. You must have a minimum of 2.
I have 2. Intra and inter.
Intra and inter. Do you remember? And naturalist. Again. Visual spatial. Mhm. Do you remember? Which kinds of intelligence apply to you?
Interpersonal. Interpersonal about connect people. People outside. Contact other organization.
Yes.
People.
You are a communicator, aren't you? You are a communicator.
Interpersonal.
You.
Yeah.
You are a communicative person, aren't you? Yeah. Interpersonal. Good.
Interpersonal. And last Friday, I cannot stay in the IMBC.
Have a look, yes,
I look
yeah.
at them.
Yeah, have a look.
After that,
How would you, and how would you describe yourself from,
anh đi vào
Interpersonal.
interpersonal? And?
I can take care of my family. I can take care of anybody. My friend.
Do you remember, how did you describe yourself
Me,
using the
uh,
kinds of intelligence? How many kinds of intelligence do you have?
Eight.
Many.
No. I think I am intrapersonal. I think I am not sure. But I think I am intrapersonal. But not mathematical.
Not mathematical.
But I try to study more try to be more mathematical.
Yeah, yeah.
Work on number. I want to work on number. Work on computer. But not easy.
That's interesting. So even when we know that a type of intelligence is not really us, you know, I don't really feel mathematical or visual or interpersonal, we can try to change. We can try to develop a different type of intelligence. That's interesting. Sometimes we have to, don't we, in life? Sometimes.
Something I like, I like languages. The person who good at language, we say, I forget the word. Verbal?
Verbal.
Verbal.
Yes,
I am verbal.
yes, yes.
I remember a lot of words. I am good at words.
Yes, yeah. Good word.
I remember a lot of many English words I like. But I am not good at numbers.
Not good at numbers. Oh well. Everyone has strengths, don't they? Everyone has different strengths, different aptitudes.
For me, I think that it's not a talent, but we can practice be smart.
Yeah.
In Thailand, some important persons say that it's not a gift, but you have to practice. You have to find out yourself, and you do it over and over, and you will success. That is your talent. That is the way to be smart. But for me, I think I'm an interpersonal, so I can contact the other person very well, I think. And I'm a musical also because I can play music and I love to sing. And it's not very long. Only two.
Yes.
I wouldn't really say that I am interpersonal, prefer to intrapersonal because of my job. My responsibility is trying to find a person who has the best qualification to put in a vacancy position. I have to meet a lot of persons. When I met them, I would like to have an interpersonal. But after that, when I have to make my report to my boss, I would like to focus. So the intrapersonal is very important for me.
Yes.
And I have a volunteer choice for his son. The kinesthetic is very important for my yes. And the linkages to say with my boss, my friends, and my students.
So that's a good example of the combination, the mix of interpersonal and intrapersonal. They work together, don't they?
But I think intelligence comes from nothing because no choice. Only I do anything to do well because I have no choice.
Yes.
No choice. Yeah, I decided to quit school when I was young and poor, and I decided to make grace because we need money. Then I practice about grace
So you're saying it's not just about choice. You don't choose. I prefer this way of doing things. Yeah.
and no choice.
No choice.
I think it's good for me because I can make money. Money.
Yeah. Yeah. The economic factor. Money. Survival. Of course. It's not all our choice. There are economic factors. These could be of interest to you because these are free courses online. They're very good courses run by famous universities, famous institutes, organizations. They're very enjoyable because they use video, interview, speaking to different people, some exercises, and they are not easy. Yeah, so as your level is obviously high, these could be interesting for you, and you can get a certificate as well.
And if we have any questions, or we can ask you.
If you have questions, you can bring them to me. But with it being online, if you need to hear something again, you just play it again, play it again, play it again, and you can hear it a few times. And they're serious courses because they're run by well-known organizations, famous organizations, and quite a challenging level, quite high level. Okay, so there are many ways to be smart. There are many kinds of intelligence. We can identify, we can recognize the kind of intelligence that we have. And the kind of intelligence that we have will influence many things. What will it influence? If I'm a visual and spatial person, I don't like words, I like to see images, I like to picture things, I like to deal with the environment. If I am visual and spatial, how will that influence my life?
You get involved.
Art, painting,
Okay, yes, yeah.
color.
It will influence the things that I get involved with. Like maybe I'm drawn to art, painting, creativity.
Gallery,
So what will that influence? If I become a very artistic and creative person, what could that do for my life? What effect could it have on my life?
Some innovation, some new innovation,
Yes.
some creation.
Yes, it could help you to become a very creative person and maybe an important innovation.
See movie.
Okay.
See movie.
Maybe I will enjoy seeing movies, yes, yeah. But is there something more important? I mean, if a child grows up being a very visual person, very creative, and how will this affect the child's
Environment.
life?
I think the environment.
The environment, someone becomes very sensitive to the environment.
Sampling for some.
Self-belief,
Sample.
sample.
Sampling.
Simple.
SAMPLE. Sample.
And what does that mean?
My late king, he is a sampling. He do very well for everything. Sample. You know, sampling. A man. Sampling. You know.
Can you put the word in a sentence?
Everyone in the world knows well that my late king is the assembly. He is a person who has assembly to love their people, to make a lot of projects, to do everything for their person to get better life.
Yes.
Assembly. Have an effect to
I don't know what sample is.
I think it's an idol of the people.
A symbol.
assembly. I used to ask you,
Yeah.
you said he is assembly.
An example. An example, maybe.
Teacher, I think maybe she's
Assembly.
a symbol.
Idol is
Yeah.
idol person.
No.
How do you spell?
An example.
An example.
So,
No.
the assembly person.
Hero.
I feel
Hero is her
Maybe she
mind.
means it's an ordinary person something.
I know what she means, but it's this word, the word that she's using, I don't understand it. Could be example.
The sample. Sampling.
Yeah.
S-A-M-P.
S-A-M-P-L-E. No, we don't
Assembly.
use that for a person. No,
Assembly.
บุคคลตัวอย่างเดี๋ยวนะ
no. It's a mistranslation. A sample is like a commercial sample. No. If it's a person, the person is an example.
Example.
Yeah. The late king was an example to his people. An example to his people. He didn't just say, do this, do this, do this, do this. He did it. Is this what you mean? So he was an example. We say, a good boss, a good president, a good king leads by example. Yeah. Leads by example. So I'm a leader of a company, and I lead by example. So I don't just say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do it, do it, do it. I do it to show you how it's done. Leading by example. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good example. Yeah, that's a good example. It's a very good example.
The effect.
Mm.
The expect for someone to do.
Yeah. The intelligence that we have, the talents that we have, the aptitudes that we have will influence